Audit review of the employment records of the school revealed that's the law school, that the school carried out employment in year 2013. However, the management of Nigerian Law School could not produce any approval from the Federal Character Commission for all the employment made during the period. No explanation was provided by the management for not reflecting federal character principle and due process in employing staff, non-compliance with government laid down processes and procedures for carrying out employment rendered the engagement of the concerned staff invalid.
Mr. Chairman, sir, further to a letter dated 29th July 2020 requesting for the documents as contained in the letter in 45 copies, we have exactly done that, forwarding all the documents that relate to the recruitment exercise between the Federal Character Commission and the Nigerian Law School in 2013. Sir, the process actually began in 2012 when the Nigerian Law School applied for a waiver to advertise to recruit 10 staff. There are 1 audit, 2 for works and services, 5 administrative staff, and 2 medical. Further to that letter, there was no activity. Again, on the 16th of January 2013, they wrote back again, requesting for waiver not to advertise to recruit 12 staff. The Commission granted that approval because the number was limited, because it was just 12 to fill existing vacancies and due to the urgency of the situation. That approval was dated 31st January 2013. Again, on the 4th of March 2013, the Nigerian Law School again wrote that we should send a representative to monitor of March 2013, and the Commission was duly represented at that exercise. Again, sir, on the 15th of March 2013, the Nigerian Law School again wrote to the Commission requesting that they wanted 1 additional candidate to fill a vacancy they did not mention. The letter was signed by Max Uba EO, Acting Secretary to the Council of Legal Education. The Commission, there's no record in the file whether that approval was granted. Yes, but on the same 15th March, they forwarded a list of the candidates that were interviewed, that is 13 candidates. The Commission certified it as having complied with the Federal Character Principle in terms of spread, and a certificate of compliance dated 26 March 2013 was granted. It was duly received, and these are the documents we have in our custody in relation to that exercise.
You are required to forward the short list of candidates to be invited for interview. But this submission, there is no letter to that effect.
Page what, sir? Page?
No, sir. Page 4.
Page 4.
Page 4.
Okay.
The only letter now accompanying it is just the waiver which you granted. But you are supposed to have seen the shortlisted candidate before granting of the waiver. And then, when you go to page, is it 6? Successful candidates at the interview conducted on 5th of March 2023.
Page 7.
Is that page 7, I think?
Yes.
We all believe that Federal Character Commission is the agency saddled with the responsibility of ensuring compliance with the federal character principle. But when I look at the list, and the federal character says they have complied, hence they give them certificate of no objection, the waiver for them to go ahead and recruit. When I look at the list, look at North Central. North Central, you have almost 6 or 7 states. But in this case, it was only Kwara that represented North Central. When you go to Northeast, I'm coming. When you go to Northeast, Adamawa, and I'm sure there are other states within that geopolitical zone. It goes like that. Exactly. And even if it is 1-1 you are trying to each geopolitical zones, you will have said yes, because the vacancies are limited. It could not go around the 36 states and the FCT. Yes. And in view of that, you are recruiting on the basis of the geopolitical zones. Therefore, each state within a zone will have gotten 1-1 slot. But in this case, the reverse is the case. Why?
The reason why we invited Federal Character Commission, we do not busybody or invite any agency except we have lawful legislative reason for inviting such an agency. So it was because of this query, and we have the defense presented by law school. But to get to the root, to the facts of the matter, that was why we invited the Federal Character Commission to come with relevant documents to clear this case. In any case, what we did in our wisdom was to set up an ad hoc committee under the leadership of Honorable Sokodabo Hassan, Honorable Dute Ibrahim, Honorable Luka, and the Honorable Princess Onoa.
My colleagues, Chief Secretary, in line with what the previous speaker has just stated, can we say that Federal Character Commission has discharged its responsibility based on this particular approval given to this agency, taking into consideration that, one, no list of applicants were forwarded to you because you didn't present any, and you went ahead and give one state in a zone 5 employment slots out of 13. Give one state in the North Central 3 slots. Give the other 3 zones 1-1. Is that the principle of federal character as enshrined in our constitution? Do we say that the officer who did this is not liable for prosecution?
Secretary, sir, please, if you look at your document, let us start from page 1. If you sum up the total number of people you requested for here, it seems to be 10. Am I correct? Yes. Is that correct? Okay, let's go to your next page. Page 2. How many vacancies are there? It's 12. Page 2, is that 12? Okay, so I'm wondering, because you made a reference to your letter, which is informing these vacancies, because you seem to be increasing the vacancies without prior approval or proper communication. Then let us go again to page 4. It says that the Federal Character Commission, now writing to the legal study, says 12 staff. That is your document now. It says 12 staff. Is that correct? But then look at what you now finally stamped on. Successful candidates at the interview. How many staff are there? Sir, Chairman, Subcommittee Chairman, you please bear in mind the lamentation of the DG of Nigerian Law School over inadequate personnel in the various branches of the law school. please, it is very clear. Let's use a stone to kill two birds so that we can cure and this lacuna and make sure that this prestigious institution is adequately manned.